peoples around the world. Identify what you're looking at, what type of a living entity that is. Do you recognize the leaves? I can't get any closer, but the light will come up. I don't know if you can hear the gulls and the geese and stuff overhead. I'm right next to Canada. But this is a bamboo tree. This whole thing here, can you recognize these are bamboo leaves? This whole thing, this whole wall surrounding this house is bamboo. It's amazing. It's like huge. Might have to sneeze here. But then over here, because I like to park under trees, look at this tree. Look how massive it is. Doesn't even fit in the whole in my screen. Birds and stuff flying overhead. There's the Canadian geese. I don't know if you can hear that or not. They're pretty high up. But for those of you that keep telling me to go back home or go be with my family, I have no home to go to. I surrendered my place on January 31st, 2021, right after I set off to follow Owen and end up doing this community service for everyone, whether you deny it or not. But a lot of people are supportive. The people who are ignorant, dumbed down, and programmed are the ones making fun of me. So if you see their comment under my video, take note of their name. They're advertising how retarded they are, how mind controlled they are, that they would attack a 69-year-old elder who is trying to do a community service here, putting my life at risk. I don't care. I don't want to be in this world. I would hope if I went to his property, he would shoot me and then face the consequences of his conscience. Not even anything about courts or anything. His gut and his conscience. He talks like that to keep people away because he's a scaredy bear. Mr. Scaredy Bear. He ain't big. Yeah, he's big and fat. Whoever saw him in person? Anybody that, comes up against me, I want you to have known him, talked to him, saw him in person before you say a fucking word to me. Because otherwise you're just advertising how dumbed down and stupid you are. That you know nothing. You see a man sitting behind a camera. All you see is his sloped shoulders. You don't see the rest of his big fat body. He don't show you around his barn and his house, because then you would know about him, what he's up to, how he's lying to everybody. Here's a little bit of the street where I am. There's another tree. This is Blaine, Washington. The light's coming up, so anyway, it's hard for me to hold this thing still. I guess I could just sit it down. No, it's way I could just anyway. So I wanted to, this is right next to Canada. And I accidentally went into Canada, and it's set up like so that people, I think, end up trapped there, and that's how they prey on people, innocent people that have stuff in their car that they can nail them on. Well, I went through 5 hours of their bullshit, but it turned out to be a good thing, Because when I first got there, they were all over me like I was some kind of fucking criminal. And luckily, I declared all my I had narcotics in the car, I had cannabis in the car, and it was all legal in Washington. But as soon as you're right there at the border, it's legal in Canada too. But you're at the border so they can fuck you over. Even though it's legal on both sides of that imaginary line that they set up. So they can pull their authority trips on you. Well, I went in under that first shift, which were a bunch of fucking demons, lesbians and authoritarians, and there was only a couple decent, nice people to me. The one guy that reminded me of Joe Pesci, that wanted to keep giving me water and juice, which I refused, and crackers and all that stuff. I don't eat that garbage. And they put me through all kind of shit. They tried to insist. This one lesbian kept coming over trying to make me put a mask on. And I said, I ain't going to wear it. I'm not going to wear it. And she goes, oh, well, I'll just have to get my supervisor. And then she went over to her little stall, little slave stalls that they got. That's all that was there was the slaves that worked for the border, like 20 of them. And there was just me and an Ethiopian guy there, that they swabbed him and took his DNA, and he let them, like an idiot. Shit. And then he stood by me. I says, are you bothered by me not having a mask on? He goes, no. I says, because if you are, you just leave and go away from me then. Listen to all the geese. Can you hear them? Oh, I don't even think didn't catch them. The geese are flying overhead. Okay. So he said no. And I said, you should know your rights, dude. He let them swab him. And he had a language barrier too. They had to get interpreters for him and everything. He was kind of fighting it, but he gave in. Just like y'all probably will when they go to give you that vaccination. You'll give in when they take your phone away, won't you? Yeah, you think about it. All these people say, oh, I won't get the vax, I won't. When they put you through what they put you through, you'll give in, I bet. Because you're a sissy punk coward. Yeah, don't be saying you won't get that vaccination unless you're planning on giving up your phone. Then you say, I won't take it no matter what. Because that's what they're going to use, your addictions. Your appetite and your addictions. And they're going to work through that, and you're too much of a sissy to be able to stand up to it. So like I did in the actual the border patrol. So that lady went away and nothing happened. And then like 20 minutes later, somebody came over trying to say, with masks and all that stuff. I said, I ain't going to wear them. Like a dude is going to be scaring me more than a woman. Oh, yeah, I'm really scared of you, dude. I'll meet you outside and let's talk. I don't care if it's a man or a woman. But especially these fucking girls that try to pull these Nazi power trips on me. These millennials, too. Meet me down the block like a half hour after dark 30, when you're off your job. Yeah, and let's talk then. We'll see how tough you are when you don't have your business, your corporation behind you, your job backing you up. They wouldn't talk to me like the way they talk to me if they weren't at their job. You know it. So anyway, they try to threaten me saying, we've been nice and we're conveniencing you by letting you sit out here. So you need to put on the mask. I ain't putting it on, I said. So they said, well, then we're going to have to put you in a cell. I said, do what you got to do. I ain't putting it on. Who else would do that? You punks, cowards. I bet Owen would put